Live from Lane Gymnasium. Lane Tech basketball is on the air. Northside rivalry action as the Lane Tech basketball team and the Taft Eagles are set to tip off in just under 4 minutes. My name is Alex Burstein on the call, and we are going to just take a quick break to get some technical difficulties worked out, and we'll be back in just a second. And it looks like we're all fixed and we are all ready to go. Lane Tech and Taft set tip off in under 4 minutes. My name is Alex Burstein, live inside an empty Lane Gymnasium. Probably the lowest attended Lane Taft game ever, but we are ready to go. And we will get you your starting lineups for both the Taft Eagles and your Lane Tech basketball team, starting with the visiting Taft Eagles. Starting off, number 3, the 6-foot senior shooting guard, Jonathan Martinez. Probably the best player this Taft Eagles team has, scored 33 points to go along with 10 rebounds and 4 assists earlier this season against Ogden. Martinez, a name to watch tonight. Also, number 22, Gideon Adewale, a 6'3 junior. He plays just about everything. Wing, guard, shooting forward, point guard. He can play anywhere on the court. He's a transfer from Lincoln Park. Another guy to watch tonight. Then number 24, David Locke, 6'5 senior power forward. Number 30, Harper Krolik, a 6-foot freshman, getting the start. And number 44, Joseph Rodriguez, 6'5 junior. As for the Lane Tech basketball team, going with the same starting 5 as they did Saturday against Schurz. That will be number 1, Sean Malloy, number 12, Joe Kensick, number 13, Justin Brown, number 24, Roger Kill, and number 32, Aaron Mcqueen. Chris Mcqueen out another game. He was out on Saturday and out again today. So Roger Kill gets the start in place of him. Just about 2 minutes and counting until we are ready for this rivalry game. We'll have the starting lineups on the PA address system momentarily. And we are just ready for a fun night of some non-conference rivalry hoops. Lane Tech and Taft played across 2 days last year. Started in January. They finished the game in February because the January game got postponed due to condensation on the court. Taft came out victorious in that one, 53-47. Lane led at the end of first, end of halftime, end of third quarter, but Taft used a strong fourth to pull the game together for the Eagles. And Taft hoping for a repeat of that performance. Meanwhile, Lane Tech hoping to get the win in this rivalry series. A minute 20 on the clock to go before we get tipped off for this 7 o'clock game between Lane Tech and Taft. I believe we're going to get our starting lineups in a second, so we're going to turn to the PA address announcer, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes. And we are back. Apologize for that camera problem in the corner. Testing out a scoreboard camera. It's a little blurry, but we'll get that fixed in a little bit. Lane Tech and Taft just about ready to get tipped off here at Lane Gymnasium. Taft dressed in their away blacks, Lane in their home whites. And it will be Taft ball starting going from left to right, and Lane will be going from right to left here in the first quarter. And we are ready for some hoops. Martinez inbounds it, and we are underway here at Lane Gymnasium. Krolik with the basketball for Taft. The freshman with it. Gets it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez inside, gets the give and go, but he won't be able to finish it at the basket, and Brown will have the ball for Lane Tech. Malloy fires for three, and he gets it! Sean Malloy with a strong start for Lane Tech. Lane opens with a 3-0 lead off a three from Sean Malloy. Justin Brown will get called for the foul. First foul of the game goes to Lane Tech. Your five on the court right now for Lane Tech: Malloy, Kensick, Brown, Hill, and McQueen. As for Lane, Martinez, Adewale, Locke, Krolik, and Rodriguez. And a foul called the other way. Or apologies, might have been a travel there, but Lane Tech gets the ball back quickly, and Justin Brown will bring it up for Lane. Brown gets the ball back quickly from Kensick. Top the key, Kensick fires from three, and he misses that, rebounded by Rodriguez. Martinez with the basketball, long pass, no good off of Krolik, and excuse me, that went off of a Lane player, so Taft will keep the basketball. 3-0, 7:12 to go. Lane Tech leads early on in this one. And a foul is going to be called against Taft. David Locke, the senior, almost got the and one, but the foul is going to be called on Taft instead, and Lane Tech will get the basketball back. Roger Kill inbounding it to Justin Brown. Brown bringing the ball up the court for Lane. The 3-0 lead early on in this one. Far side to Kensick, they get it to Brown. Now Malloy, the only points of the game so far, gives it back to Brown. In the corner, Kensick. Kensick pulls for three, and he drains it. Second three of the night from Lane Tech. And Lane Tech out to an early 6-0 lead over Taft. Krolik gets it in the corner. And the shot will be good from Adewale. And Taft with their first points of the night, 6-2, 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Malloy driving, gives it inside to Hill. Hill out to Kensick. Kensick with the hot hand, fires for three, no good. Rebounded by Taft. No, but Malloy gets it. And a foul is going to be called against Taft, so Lane Tech will keep the basketball. Nice effort there from Malloy to keep things for Lane. Lane Tech, coached by head coach Nicholas Legalbo, 13th season with the team. And Taft, coached by Jason Tucker in his third season with the Eagles. Two experienced head coaches in the Chicago Public League, as another foul is called. Another one on Taft, so Taft with three early fouls. Not even 3 minutes into the game. 6:12 to go in the first quarter. A 6-2 Lane Tech lead, and it will be Brown inbounding it for Lane under their scoring basket. Brown gets it out to Malloy. Malloy in the corner. Malloy keeping it, being guarded by Rodriguez. He'll drive in, go up for the two, and get fouled. And Sean Malloy will head to the line to shoot two. Malloy already with 3 points on the night, as Lane Tech has an early 4-point lead over Taft. And a technical foul being called, I believe, on Coach Tucker for Taft. So Malloy will get free throws from the technical and then free throws from the actual shooting foul. As Malloy misses the first free throw, he'll have one more, and then he'll get his next 2 shooting foul free throws, I believe. As the second free throw is good. And now, yes, Malloy will get 2 more free throws, so 4 shots from the line. And Malloy's gained more free throws. Not sure what the call is here from the ref, but he'll shoot more from the line. Makes a third one, now 8-2 Lane Tech, 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Apologize for our scoreboard cam being a little off. We'll try to fix that at the end of the first quarter. As Malloy makes another one. So Malloy gets his 4 free throws and Lane Tech gets possession after technical foul called on Taft. Hill will inbound it to Brown, and Lane Tech gets it to Kensick, who pulls for 3, no good, rebounded by Locke for Taft. Martinez with the basketball, gives it to Adewale. Adewale pulls from the free throw line, and he will just miss that. Rebounded by Kensick for Lane, who gets it to Malloy, and Malloy's off, gives a nice pass to Hill. He'll try the no-looker to Mcqueen, but he will not get it, and Taft will get the basketball back. They get to Krolik, the freshman. They get to Locke. Right on the perimeter. Over to Krolik, who drives in, goes up for 2, and the freshman gets it. His first points of the night, and a 9-4 Taft, Lane Tech lead. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Brown, top of the key, gives it to Kensick. Kensick back to Brown, now back to Kensick. They go back and forth before Kensick gets blocked by Danny Locke, who we should mention is now in the game and not his brother. Danny Locke and David Locke, twins. It's actually their birthday today, but they'll be going in and out of the game. As Brown gets it down low to Malloy. Malloy tries a nice little spin move. Can't get it, rebounded by Malloy. He's all over the place. Goes up for the layup, misses it, rebounded by Hill. Hill goes up for 2, and he gets it. Third time's the charm for Lane Tech, and they jump out to an 11-4 lead. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Krolik with the basketball, passes half court and gets it to Adewale. Over to Martinez. Martinez inside the Locke. Locke being guarded by Hill. Locke tries to get around. A foul will be called on the ground. Pushing foul on Roderick Hill. Lane Tech's second of the night. Taft already with 5 fouls, so Lane Tech looking like they'll get in the bonus pretty early on tonight, and a timeout will be called. And we will be back in just a second. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Gymnasium, Taft basketball under their scoring basket. Taft trails Lane 11-4, 4:36 to go in the first quarter. They get out to Rodriguez. Over to Locke. Locke top the key. A driving Krolik can't get it. Rebounded by Rodriguez, who goes up for 2. No good. Rebound by Locke. Locke almost gets a put in. Now Rodriguez almost gets the put in. And finally, Malloy will get the rebound for Taft. Malloy pushing pace, gives it to Aaron Mcqueen. Aaron Mcqueen. Long pass to Kensick. Kensick just barely gets it. Now Mcqueen pulls for a 3 of his own. No good. Rebounded by Krolik for Taft. Taft pushing the basketball far side. We'll have our first subs of the game for Lane soon. As Martinez misses a 3. Adewale now out to Krolik. Krolik driving the baseline out to Adewale. And a bad pass. They're going to call 3 seconds in the lane. And Lane will get the basketball back. And we have our first subs of the game. Ethan Grunebaum and Joseph Perona, both juniors, coming into the game for Joe Kensick and Roderick Hill. Perona will inbound things under the basket for Lane Tech. And it will be Malloy bringing the ball up the court for Lane Tech. He gets it to Brown. Brown gets trapped. Long pass to Grunebaum. Grunebaum fires for 3. No good. Rebounded by Perona. And the ball will go out on Taft. Apologies for the camera angle there, folks. Brown out to Malloy. Malloy almost gets the ball tipped. He's going to drive instead. Out to Brown. Brown just got there in time. Now back to Malloy. Malloy in the post. Gives it to Mcqueen. Mcqueen from the free throw line. He gets it. 2 more points for him. Or no, his first 2 of the night. And Lane Tech jumps out to a 13-4 lead. A steal now. Perona goes up for 2. He can't get it. And Taft will get the basketball back. Martinez, long pass down low to Locke, who goes up and gets the and one. And one for number 23, Danny Locke, the 6'7" senior. And he will head to the line to look to complete the 3-point play. Locke, a 2-sport athlete, as well as his brother, also a quarterback on the Taft Eagles football team. And he will complete the 3-point play to cut the lead to 6. 13-7, Lane leads. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brown with the basketball. Gives it to Malloy. Malloy, far side. Will get it back to Brown. Brown, long pass to Perona, who gets it to Grunebaum. Back to Perona. Perona fires for 3, and he gets it! Lane Tech has had some 3-point struggles in the past, but they are hitting them tonight. 16-7, Lane jumps out to a 9-point lead. As Grunebaum will get called for the foul on Krolik, excuse me. 16-7 your score, 2:39 to go in the first quarter. Inside the Locke. Locke out to Martinez, who just misses the 3. Almost rebounded by Malloy. And Taft will keep the basketball. It'll be number 3, Martinez, inbounding it for Taft. They get to Locke. Tipped by Malloy, but the other Martinez on the cart, Julian Martinez, feeds the pass to Jonathan Martinez, and another missed shot by Taft. Now Krolik down low. Locke goes up for 2, and he gets fouled, and he'll head to the line. Already 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He'll look to make it 3 for 3 with 2 shots from the line. It looks like our stream is having some video problems. We will try to work on that. As the first free throw is good by Locke. And Rodriguez, checks into the game for Jonathan Martinez. Locke with 1 more free throw, and Jack Sir will check into the game for Lane with Ethan Grunebaum leaving. Locke with a couple of dribbles will go up and miss the second one. 16-7 your score. 2 minutes now to go in the first quarter. As Malloy gets the basketball. Gives it to Brown. And that will be taken by Taft. Krolik being guarded by Brown, and a foul will be called on Justin Brown. Coach Legable not happy with that call. But Taft will get the basketball back. And interesting enough, we talked earlier about how Lane was going to get into the bonus quickly when it was 5 fouls for Taft and 2 for Lane. And Lane has somehow gone 6 fouls, 4 in a row, without Taft getting any. So now Taft on the verge of getting in the bonus. Kensick now into the game for Lane Sec, as they'll get it out to Krolik. Adewale now with the basketball. And Rodriguez gets the 2 to go, cutting Lane's lead to 7, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Malloy, far pass to Perona. Perona out to Malloy. Malloy in the corner to Perona, who fires for 3. He's already made 1, misses his second attempt. And the ball will be rebounded by Martinez. Martinez in the corner to Adewale. He gets trapped, taken by Malloy. And Lane Tech's going to press it to Aaron Mcqueen. Aaron Mcqueen goes up for the 2, and he will get it. 2 more points for Aaron Mcqueen. He's up to 4 on the night. And Lane Tech has doubled Taft's score. They lead 18-9, 55 seconds to go. Ref called a quick timeout, not sure for what, but Taft will keep the basketball as Julian Martinez inbounds it to Krolik. Being guarded by Perona. They get to Adewale. Down low to Martinez, and he goes up for 2, or Rodriguez, excuse me. He goes up for 2 and gets it. Jack Sirlong pass to Kensick. Kensick pulls for the crazy 3, almost makes it. But Rodriguez will get the rebound, give it to Krolik, and Taft Eagles looking to make it 5-point game. They can't. Sir gets the rebound, gives it to Malloy, and looks like Lane will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Up 18-11, now 15 seconds on the clock. Malloy holding. Gets the screen from Mcqueen. He'll give it to Perona. Perona in the corner to Kensick. Now 5 seconds to Perona. Perona pulls for the long 2. He'll drain it with 1 second. And the clock will expire. And that brings us to the end of 1 quarter of play. Teams have gone back and forth, but Lane Sack takes the 9-point lead, 20-11 at the end of 1 quarter. We'll be back in just a second. You're watching Lane Sack basketball. Back here at Lane Gymnasium, looks like we've got our scoreboard cam all fixed for the second quarter, and Taft looking to fix a couple of mistakes. They trail 20-11, 8 minutes to go, the whole second quarter to go. And we have two new players in the game for Lane Tech. Shahid Solibo, the freshman, he'll be matched up. I don't know if he'll be matched up, but another freshman on the court for Taft, Krolik, and also Parker Springer making his first appearance of the night for Lane Tech. Grunebaum with the basketball. We'll give it to Sir. Now back to Grunebaum. Now back to Sir. A lot of back and forth for this Lane Tech team, and 3 seconds in the paint called on Shahid Solibo. And Taft will get the basketball back. Martinez will try to get the ball in the Sir, but he forces the steal almost. Taft will keep the basketball. That's Ware with it. Remick Ware with his first appearance of the night for the Eagles. Tight defense here from Lane as Rodriguez goes in, misses the 2, rebounded by Solibo, and then and now Grunebaum will bring the ball up. Only one senior on the court right now for Lane Tech as Grunebaum pulls for 3, and he gets it! Ethan Grunebaum for 3. And Lane Tech now out to a 12-point lead, 23-11, 7:15 to go in the first half. Adewale with the basketball for Taft. Tries to drive on Kensick, he can't, gets it down low to Locke. Locke gained into the paint. Goes down low to Rodriguez, and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow stays with Taft. Sub into the game for Taft. That will be number 14, J.G. Abraham. And Martinez comes out of the game for the Eagles. Taft looking to cut into the 12-point lead. And Ware gets called for travel. Not what the Eagles wanted there. And Lane gets the basketball back, 23-11 with 6:51 to go in the first half. Of course, Lane out to the early lead, but still a lot of game left to go. And in last year's game, Taft ended up winning by 6. They trailed at the end of the first, end of the second, and end of the third. Ended up with a 6-point win. As Lane Tech throws the ball around a little more. Grunebaum will finally drive in. He'll miss it. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Taft pushing the basketball. Adewale goes up for 2 and gets it. Nice move to the basket from him. And a timeout is going to be called by Taft. 6:15 to go in the first half. A 23-13 Lane Tech lead in this Northside rivalry game. Thanks for joining us. Alex Burstein on the call for our YouTube channel stream. Lane Tech has struggled with scoring a little bit this year. They had their first, breakout game, you could call it, Saturday against Schurz. Ended up scoring 56 in this one, and they have 23 points just 10 minutes into tonight's contest, so good sign for Lane. Lane entering tonight's contest with a 3-1 record, Taft 5-2, and we're going to talk about conferences a little bit more in depth at halftime. But Taft has been an emerging program. Coach Tucker done great things for this Taft Eagles team, and they're definitely fighting to get into the Red Northwest like Lane Tech. As Lane will get the basketball out of the timeout, Grunebaum bringing things up for Lane. Far side to Kensick. Kensick will get it to Grunebaum. Grunebaum pulls for 3. No good. Rebounded by Rodriguez. And Taft gets the basketball back. Over to Ware, being guarded by Kensick. They try to get to Locke, and Parker Springer just a little too aggressive there. He will get called for the foul. We didn't see Parker Springer play a lot in the first 3 games of the season. Got in some action Saturday against Schurz, and now we see him getting some good minutes here in the second quarter for Lane. As Danny Locke will head to the line, and Justin Brown checks out of the game. Ethan Grunebaum, or checks into the game. Ethan Grunebaum heads to the bench for Lane. As Locke makes his first one, I should mention Taft now in the bonus, so 1-1 shooting for them. He made the first, so he'll get the second as Krolik checks into the game for Taft. Adewale takes a seat on the bench. Second free throw good as well. Locke goes 2 for 2 from the line, and now an 8-point Lane lead. 5:48 to go in the first half. Brown, the second-year varsity starter for Lane Tech, gets it over to Kensick. Nice defense here from Taft. Looks like they might force turnover. Get to Springer now. Solibo with the basketball. Taft doing a lot of double teams as Kensick pulls for the long three, misses it, rebounded by Locke, and the Eagles will get the basketball back. Ware with the basketball, driving into the paint, goes up for two, and he gets it. Nice move to the basket for him. And Eagles cut the deficit again. 5:10 now to go in the first half. They get it to Malloy. Malloy out to Kensick. Kensick with another three, and this time he gets it. Silences a little bit of Eagles momentum, and Lane Tech back out to a 9-point lead with under 5 minutes now to go in the first half. Krolik, the freshman point guard, gets it to Ware. Top to key Locke, gets it inside to Rodriguez, who gets the two to go, now 26-19. Brown will bring things up for Lane Tech. Brown over to Kensick. Kensick fires from three. Misses that one, rebounded by Ware. Who goes in, gets fouled by Kensick, and he will head to the line to shoot two. 8th foul on the night for Lane Tech. And we'll have 2 subs into the game soon for Lane Tech. We have a mask timeout. It'll be Aaron Mcqueen and Roger Hill checking into the game. Not sure who's coming out. We'll get you that after the timeout. Mass timeouts, just another change with COVID. The idea is for players to get a break from the mask, but teams more so using it as just a timeout for this year, and it's around the 4-minute mark of each quarter. Coming out of the timeout, it will be Ware, number 5, Remick Ware, the 5'10 senior point guard. Shooting 2 from the line. No really big scores so far in tonight's game, as you see on the scoreboard. Sean Malloy with 6. Joe Kensick with 6. Aaron Mcqueen with 4, so balanced scoring for Lane, and a similar story told for Taft as the teams break their timeout, and Ware will head to the line to shoot 2 for the Eagles, hoping to cut the deficit a little. As Ware hits the first one, he'll have one more shot. Now just a 6-point lead for Lane Tech. He can make it 5 here with another free throw. Apologies if the stream is looking a little glitchy. Not sure why that is. We will try to fix that at halftime. As the second free throw, good as well from Ware. Now a 26-21 lead for Lane Tech. 4:20 to go in the first half. Brown gets it in the corner to Malloy. Malloy back to Brown, now to Kensick. Kensick down low to Aaron Mcqueen. Mcqueen goes for 2, no good. Rebounded by Taft. They'll push it all the way down the Locke. That's tipped. Almost was an own goal. Guess that's soccer, but McQueen almost tipped it into the basket. Now Malloy out to Kensick. Kensick pulls for 3, misses it. He's tried a lot today, made a couple, and a foul will be called on Taft. And Lane will head to the line to shoot a couple. That'll be Aaron McQueen, number 32, heading into the game, heading to the free throw line. We were supposed to have a battle of the twins tonight with Aaron and Chris McQueen for Lane and Danny and David Locke for Taft, but Chris McQueen sitting tonight's game out after an injury on Friday. As McQueen makes his first one. 27-21 now to score. 3:54 to go in the first half. And the second free throw, no good from McQueen. He's been up and down on his free throw shooting so far this year, as Taft looks to further cut into Lane Tech's lead. They've had a big couple of minutes, and now just a 6-point Lane lead. Make that 4 as Adewale gets another 2. He's up to 6 points on the night, and now just a 4-point Lane Tech lead. Lane really wants some points here. They get it outside to Malloy. Malloy over to Brown. Now in the corner, Kentic fires from 3, no good. Rebounded by Malloy. Kentic just taking up a lot of threes tonight. Now Malloy will try a 3 from the other side, no good. And Ware will push the pace for the Eagles. He gets blocked by Justin Brown. And it went off of Lane Tech, so Taft will keep the basketball 27-23. Eagles still looking to cut into that 4-point Lane lead. Locke gets it out to Krolik. He's going to drive on Brown, dish it out to Adewale, no good. He gets the tip it, no. Third chance, there will call a jump ball, and possession arrow points towards Lane Tech, 27-23. They'll take over with a 4-point lead. Alex Burstein on the call for tonight's rivalry matchup between Lane Tech and Taft. Thank you for joining us. As Malloy gets it back to Brown. Now down low to Hill. Hill goes up for 2, no good. He gets a second chance, no good. And Mcqueen gets the tip in. 29-23. The score. Krolik rolls to the far side, gives it to Ware, and they're going to call a backcourt. It did not look like he stepped over, but refs have a closer view than us, and they say they did. He did, so 2:26 to go. Lane Tech will take the basketball back. Brown, as we mentioned, a second-year varsity starter. He's a senior now, running point for Lane. Did the same thing last year. As he gets it to Malloy, his likely replacement next year. Brown gets it to Aaron Mcqueen, and they're going to call a travel on Mcqueen. I'd say that we've seen more travels this year than we did last year, just across all the games and all the teams that Lane has played so far, possibly due to less practice due to COVID, as Aaron Mcqueen travels again. See, that's just what I'm talking about. Back-to-back travels on Aaron Mcqueen, and a timeout will be called by Taft. 29-23 your score. Lane Tech leads, 2:01 to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few seconds. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, it will be Taft basketball. Down by 6, 2 minutes to go in the first half. They hope to cut into that Lane lead. Adewale with the basketball, almost tipped by Malloy. They'll get to Ware now across half court to Krolik. And the 2 will be good from Martinez. His first points of the night. Jonathan Martinez, a star, I guess you could say, for Taft, finally gets on the scoreboard. As Brown gets it to Kensick. Kensick back to Brown. And a charge is going to be called on Justin Brown. Ware takes the charge, and Taft gets the basketball back. Now just a 4-point game. Ethan Grunebaum's going to check into the game for Justin Brown. Lane with 9 fouls on the night. Oh, also Joseph Perona going to check into the game for Joe Kensick. Ethan Grunebaum, the lone Lane player, pressing. As Taft also has a substitution. That will be Rodriguez checking into the game for Ware. Martinez gets it across the court to Krolik, who will get double-teamed. Long pass to Martinez is good. Now back to Krolik. They're just playing back and forth, and he steps out of bounds. Double teaming works for Lane Tech. They force the turnover. With Brown out, it will be Grunebaum bringing things up for Lane. Grunebaum gets it to Perona. Perona over to Grunebaum, back to Perona. And that's almost stolen, and now it is stolen by Taft. On the other end, Adewale goes up, misses the 2, rebounded by Hill. Hill out to Grunebaum. Long pass to an open Perona. Perona goes up for 2, and he gets the and 1. You can count that one. And now 31-25. Perona with a quiet 7 points. And he might be leading the game with that, tied with Aaron Mcqueen. They both have 7. I believe this is Lane's highest scoring first half of the year. As a Lane violation, I think, on Perona means that the free throw will not count, and Taft will get the basketball back. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Pass to Krolik. He gets double teamed. This seems to be Lane's strategy. Now Martinez pulls for 3, no good. Rebounded by Malloy. 40 seconds to go. Malloy with a wide open lane. He goes up for 2, misses it. And Adewale will get the rebound for Taft. Taft with 35 seconds. Doesn't seem as if they'll be holding. They get down low to Martinez, who goes up for 2, no good. Locke tries to get the rebound, and they're call a foul. Or maybe they just, no, they called the foul on number 24, David Locke. And that puts Lane into the bonus. So Lane will be shooting 1 and 1. Foul was on number 24, Roderick Hill. So he will be the one shooting the 1 and 1. Both teams in bonus now. One more foul from Lane Tech, and Taft will be in double bonus. We really don't see both of the Locke brothers play on the court at the same time, as we just saw David Locke check out of the game and his brother Daniel Locke come in. As Roderick Hill misses the first run, rebounded by Aaron Mcqueen, gets it out to Grunebaum. Lane Tech will reset, 25 seconds. Would not be surprised to see them pulled for the final shot. Looks like they will. Malloy over to Grunebaum, back to Malloy. Now 20 seconds to Perona. Perona just holding it, back to Malloy. Malloy over to Perona. Perona took the last shot in the first quarter. Now they get to Malloy. Malloy inside to Aaron McQueen. 5 seconds. Out to Malloy. Malloy goes in for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Taft. A long shot. No good from Rodriguez. And that will bring us to the end of one half of play. A 31-25 Lane Tech lead over Taft. A 10-minute break. We'll be back in a couple minutes to recap the first half and get you a look around, but we, yeah, you're watching Lane Tech basketball.
Recently, they were texting me the
Back here at Lane Tech, halftime score 31-25. Lane Tech leading Taft in this Northside rivalry non-conference action. Just about 6:30 to go in halftime. Players will be back on the court in a little bit. And we're here to recap your first half of play. Lane Tech has been in the lead for most of it. Taft with a couple of runs at one point cutting the Lane Tech lead to 4. Taft a couple of late baskets, and now with the 6-point lead, but Taft hanging around, and as we've mentioned a couple times, Taft trailed almost all of last year's game and ended up winning that one by 6 points. So the Eagles hoping for something similar to that. This is a non-conference game, but Taft has been playing very well in conference play, as has Lane Tech. Taft currently with a 4-0 record. They play in the Chicago Public White North and are hoping to come up to the Chicago Public Red Northwest where Lane currently plays. Currently, the standings in the White North look like Taft leading with 4-0, Sen 3-0, and Mather 3-0. So it's looking as if those three teams might be the three competing. We have not heard from CPS whether teams will be promoted and regulated this year, but it is our assumption that they will. So if Taft can run the table, they play on March 13th versus Mather at home, and they play March 10th against Sen at home. So 2 wins there, and Taft could very well see themselves coming to the Red Northwest next season. Lane already in the Red Northwest. They have won 2 games, and usually two conference games, I should say. They lost 1 to Clark, and really that should be enough to keep them in the top conference, but one more win will all but guarantee it. And the Farragut game should have been a close one between those two teams. It got postponed. That was their first game of the season. It was supposed to be not this past Friday, but the Friday before that. We have not heard of a makeup date for that, but it could be coming. We're not sure. And Lane Tech just conference the rest of the way out from this. They play against Westinghouse Wednesday, then Orr on Friday, and then next week, and then on Saturday play Chicago Marshall. And then next week they play against Whitney Young at home at Whitney, and then they play against North Lawndale at home to wrap up their 2021 season. Taft has been playing more of a non-conference schedule than Lane, as we mentioned, the 5-2 record, so they obviously have a couple more games played. They started the season against Whitney Young, which was non-conference. They are both in the Chicago Public League, but Whitney in that Red Northwest and Taft in the White North, as we mentioned. They also played Niles North non-conference, Ogden International, I believe that one was non-conference. And they're still looking for more non-conference games. Coach Tucker tweeting that he's looking for a March 20th game. Of course, that would have to be a CPS non-conference opponent because the rest of the state already over by then. But CPS was given an extra week to play, so we'll see. Taft might be playing a little bit longer than a lot of the rest of the state if they can find that March 20th game. 3 minutes now to go in halftime. Both the teams are back on the court. And we're going to take one more quick break, and we'll be back with your second half action in just a little while. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, second half action. Just a minute away as Lane Tech and Taft get set to finish up this rivalry game. 16 more minutes of gameplay to come. Lane with the halftime lead of 6 points, 31-25. Both the teams at their benches right now. Back and forth half. Lane Tech keeping the lead for most of the first half, but Taft sticking with it. They fell as far behind as 9 points, and then they were as close as 4 points. Now in the middle at 6 points, but really a couple of baskets could swing this game anyone's direction, as Taft is going to break huddle, so we'll see who their 5 for this start of the second half is. It will be Locke, Rodriguez, Adewale, Martinez, and Krolik. And as for Lane, it will be Malloy, Brown, Hill, Kensick, and Mcqueen. So both the teams going with their first half starters for the second half, and Adewale will inbound things once again for Taft as they start the second half. Adewale gets it to Locke, and we are underway here in the second half as Rodriguez gets a quick 2 for Taft, and now a 4-point lead once again for Lane Tech. Brown bring the ball up the court for Lane Tech. Gets it to Malloy on the far side. Back to Brown. Brown tries to get to Hill. Instead, we'll get it to Mcqueen. Mcqueen back to Malloy. Malloy open for 3. Mcqueen gets the rebound, and a jump ball will be called. And Taft started the half, so Lane Tech will get the ball back. It'll be Malloy under the basket, inbounding it for Lane. Malloy opened the game with a 3, has had 3 more points since then, but relatively quiet tonight. As Hill drives in, dishes out to Brown. Brown for a 3, apologizes for the camera angle there. As Mcqueen gets it to Kensick. Now Malloy driving, goes up for 2, no good. And Rodriguez will get the rebound for Taft, bringing it up himself. He goes up for 2 and gets it. Back-to-back baskets from him, and it looks like we have a player on the ground for Lane. That'll be Mcqueen on the other side of the court. Both the teams will head to their bench. The Rodriguez 2-pointer makes it a 2-point game, as Mcqueen's still on the ground being treated by trainers. We'll be back in just a sec. Back here at Lane Gymnasium, Mcqueen able to walk off the court mostly by himself. Looked like he had a limp, so he will be out for right now. Hopefully he is okay, but Parker Springer will come into the game for Lane in Mcqueen's absence. Now both of the Mcqueen brothers out of the game. Right now looks like Mcqueen's talking with a trainer, but back to the game. That Rodriguez 2 made it the closest game we've seen in a while. Now 31-29. Just a 2-point Lane Tech lead as Malloy gets it to Brown. Tight defense here from Taft. Malloy, spin move, gets into the paint, goes up for 2, no good. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Rodriguez just doing just about everything for the Eagles here. And a foul will be called on Malloy. And Taft has a chance to tie or give themselves the lead here, with 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Adewale with the basketball, gives it to Krolik. Krolik over to Martinez. And foul is going to be called on Taft, so Taft not able to convert on that opportunity. That was on number 30, Harper Krolik, his first of the game. Taft's first of the half, but Lane will get the ball back now, hoping to make it more of a Lane lead, because currently kind of close as Kensick pulls for three, no good, and Taft will have another chance to tie it or take the lead here. On the ground, Martinez gets it now to Krolik. Krolik driving, goes up for two, gets it to Rodriguez. No good, rebounded by Springer for Lane Tech, as Brown will bring the ball up the court for Lane. Brown, top of the key, drives, gives it out to Malloy. Malloy for three, no good. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes up for two and gets it, and we have a tie ball game, folks. 31 all. 5:44 to go, and looks like Parker Springer limping off the court. Lane Tech with some bad injury luck right now. Aaron Mcqueen comes off the floor with a limp, and now Parker Springer, who came in to replace Aaron McQueen, also doing so. He'll head to the bench. I'm going to assume he's not coming back into the game right now. A tie ball game now, 31-31. With 5:44 to go in the third quarter. Taft with a strong start to this second half to tie the ball game up. They were down 6 at half. Now all knotted up at 31. It'll be Lane Tech basketball out of the break. Looks like McQueen and Springer now both with the trainers. And this is into addition of Chris McQueen, who's out of the game with an injury. He did not dress for tonight's game. So Lane getting hit with the injury bug, but hoping to come back from this tie now. 31-31. Brown with the basketball for Lane. Brown, top of the key, gives it to Grunebaum. Back to Brown. Over to Perona. Perona will keep it. Long pass to Brown. Risky there, but he keeps it. Brown drives out to Hill. Tight defense here from Taft. Malloy goes up for two, and he'll get it. Lane back in the lead, 33-31 at 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Adewale keeping the basketball for Taft. He goes up for two, no good. Now be rebounded by Rodriguez, who goes up and gets two. He's up to 14 points on the night. Excuse me, make that 14 points on the night. Big night for him. As Brown gets the basketball for Taft for Lane, once again tied at 33. Brown trying to get Martinez. Gives it to Grunebaum for three. No good. Rebounded by Malloy. Malloy gives it to Grunebaum. No good. No points off of that drive, but we've seen Malloy, not the biggest player on the court, but playing with a lot of aggression, getting a couple of rebounds down in the paint today. As Locke gets the ball in the corner, back to Martinez. Down low to Rodriguez, who gets the alley-oop, I guess you could call it. He's up to 16 points on the night, and Taft is in the lead, 35-33, 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Brown with the basketball. Jack Sir going to check into the game soon for Lane Tech. Down low to Malloy. Malloy with a little spin move, goes up for two and gets it. He scores the equalizer, and we're back up, 35-35. And Krolik steps out of bounds. And Lane will get the basketball back. Justin Brown checks out of the game. Jack Sir will come in, the sophomore, only sophomore on this team. And a masked timeout will be called. So we are now in a back and forth game, I guess you could call it. It was a 6-point Lane lead at the half. Now we're tied at 35-35. Taft briefly had their first lead in a while, 35-33, but Lane comes back and knots it all up at 35. .346 to go in the third quarter of action. The IHSA mask timeout just to give the players a break because they're playing in mask, obviously, because of COVID, but he should be back with action in just a second. Big name, the breakout player, Joseph Rodriguez. He's just a junior, 6'5", 220. He plays power forward, center, small forward. He plays a lot of positions, playing mostly in the post today, and he's up to 16 points. Playing in the paint, very good tonight for Taft. As Lane Sack will get the basketball back, Malloy gives it to Grunebaum. Grunebaum, far side to Sir, now back to Grunebaum. Looks like Taft playing in a zone defense right now as Malloy pulls for three, and he drains it. He had a three to open the game, and he hits another one just when Lane needs it. Now 38-35, 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Krolik with the basketball in the corner to Martinez. Can he respond for three of his own? He can. Three-pointer from Jonathan Martinez. And now a tie game once again, 38-38. These teams just trading baskets. Grunebaum goes in and he travels. So Lane Sack looking to break the tie, instead travels. And Aaron McQueen is going to check back into the game for Roger Hill coming out. Went down with a scary injury a few minutes ago, but looks like he is okay. Good to see for him and good to see for Lane Sack fans. As the long pass to Adewale is tipped by Malloy. Malloy's going to take it the other way. Malloy gets fouled on the ground. They're going to say he was not shooting, so Lane will get the basketball under their scoring basket. Sir going to inbound it. Looks like we're going to have a sub in soon for for Taft, excuse me. That's number 15, Alfredo Sanchez. I believe his first minutes of the game. He checks in for Jonathan Martinez. Martinez out after hitting that three. Inbounded to Aaron McQueen. McQueen with a little spin move. Tries to get the two to go. He can't. As Perona pokes the ball, Lane's going to get it back. Gives it to Grunebaum. Grunebaum tries to get to Sir. Won't be able to, but Lane Tech will keep the basketball as it did go off of a Taft player. I believe Adewale. Adewale, excuse me. As Locke will check into the game for Rodriguez. Both the Locke brothers now in the game now. Danny and David, 23 and 24. As Aaron McQueen gets the long pass out to him, they give it to Perona. Perona back to McQueen. Now Malloy driving, gets an open lane, goes up and gets the two. Malloy missed a dunk the other night. Wasn't going to take any chances this time, and now Lane back out to a 40-38 lead. As Locke gets fouled, going up for two, David Locke. And he will head to the line to shoot two. As we mentioned earlier, I don't even know if basketball is the best sport for these Locke brothers. They are football stars for the Taft football team, who's another emerging team in the Chicago Public League. As Locke hits his first free throw. He was an all-city tight end last year. As he hits his second one as well, and we're tied again. Those were the first points of the night for Locke as Grunebaum brings the ball off the court for Lane. Grunebaum to Sir for three. No good. Rebounded by Locke. And Adewale gets it for Taft. The ball will go off of Perona. And Taft will keep it. Sanchez gets the basketball for the first time, the 6-foot junior. And it'll be tipped off of Lane once again. We'll try things once again. Sanchez inbounding it. And looks like Aaron Mcqueen coming off the court again, so that ankle still bothering him. Joe Kensick will check into the game. Taft tries to get to Locke, but they can't. Nice steal there from Jack Sir, the sophomore, who gets it to Malloy. Now the Grunewald for 3. No good. Rebounded by Locke. They push it to Sanchez. Sanchez being guarded by Grunewald, goes up for 2. Misses it, but a foul will be called. And Sanchez will head to the line to shoot 2, looking to give Taft the lead once again. Sanchez takes a couple of dribbles, bends his knees, and misses the first one. He'll have one more shot at it to give the Eagles the lead. And he will miss the second one as well. And a foul will be called on Locke, I believe. So Lane will get the basketball back. I said earlier on tonight that it will likely be Malloy taking Justin Brown's job as point guard 1 next year. But we've seen Grunebaum kind of play over Malloy, maybe Malloy playing more of a shooting guard position when both Grunebaum and Malloy are in the game. So that'll be interesting to see. Grunebaum also a junior. As Malloy gives it to Grunebaum. 40 all, 1:30 to go here. As Kensick tries for the layup, he'll airball it, and Rodriguez gets the ball for Taft. In the corner, Sanchez for 3, no good, rebounded by Grunebaum. Lots of back and forth from these teams. Perona tries for a 3, no good, off the front of the rim. And Adewale will get the ball for Taft. Sanchez, another 3, no good. Rebound by Rodriguez, not really a rebound, more of a tip, and the second tip is good. He's now up to 18 on the night. And Grunebaum gives it to Perona. Sir, back to Perona. They hand it off to Kensick. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Perona goes up for 2 and gets it to go. Lane ties the ball game once again, 42-42. 25 seconds to go. Taft rushes it to Sanchez. Back to Krolik, now 15 seconds. Looks like Taft's going to hold for the final shot. They get inside the Locke, and no, they won't. He goes up for 2 and gets it. 44-42. Lane with 5 seconds. They get to Grunebaum. Back to Perona. Perona, long pass to Kensick. Kensick fakes the 3, now goes for it. And he drains it. Joe Kensick at the buzzer, 45-44. Lane Tech takes the 1-point lead heading into the final quarter of play. We'll be back in just a second. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, and this rivalry matchup between Taft and Lane Tech living up to all of the hype. A 1-point Lane Tech lead, 45-44 at the end of 3 quarters of play. Joe Kensick with a 3 at the buzzer to give Lane the lead, but definitely Taft was the team with, I'd say, the momentum in the third quarter. Rodriguez has, I want to say, 18 points now for Taft, and Taft started the quarter, down 6 points and led a couple of times in the third quarter. Your 5 on the court for Lane Tech: Perona, Malloy, Grunebaum, Kensick, and Sir. It will be Taft basketball. And on the court for the Eagles: Sanchez, Krolek, Adewale, Locke, and Rodriguez. Sanchez will inbound things here for Taft. Gets the pass to Locke. Locke being guarded by Malloy, takes it himself, goes up for the 2 and gets it. Taft back in the lead now, 47-45, or excuse me, 46-45. 7:40 to go in the game. Grunebaum to Perona. Perona driving out to Kensick. Kensick to Grunebaum. Gives it to Sir for 3. No good. Rebounded by Adewale, and Taft gets the basketball back, up by 1. 7:30 to go in the game. Down low Locke. That's taken by Malloy. Malloy taking it himself. Goes in for the 2. Just misses the layup. And the Eagles get the basketball back. Rodriguez, top of the key, down low to Locke. Locke fell, and they're going to call a foul on Sean Malloy. Locke just kind of fell on Malloy. Looks like both the players okay. As that's Malloy's second foul. Another low foul count. 4 for Lane, 3 for Taft. No one close to the bonus yet. As Adewale goes up and gets the 2, and Taft is out to a 3-point lead now. 6:55 to go in the game. Grunebaum over to Sir. Back to Grunebaum. Kensick for 3, no good. Off the rim, and Taft gets the basketball back. Brown will check into the game for Perona. Adewale to Sanchez. Sanchez being guarded by Kensick. Lane Tech with their man-on-man defense as always. As Jack Sir almost forces the steal, instead a foul will be called on him. 5 fouls on the half now for Lane Tech, so Taft 2 fouls away from getting into the bonus. Sanchez will inbound things for the Eagles. Gets it out to Adewale. As Brown almost forces the steal. And a timeout will be called by Taft. Taft with the 3-point lead. It's not a big lead, but for the Eagles, who have been trailing for most of this one, they will take it. A 3-point lead for Taft. They lead 48-45. We'll be back in just a second. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, Alex bursts down the call for the rivalry game tonight. Lane and Taft, boys varsity basketball. It will be Taft basketball out of the timeout, hoping to improve on their 3-point lead and hoping to improve their record to 6-2 on the year with a win tonight. They get to Locke. Locke to Sanchez. Sanchez trying to get down low to Rodriguez. Bad pass, though, and Lane gets the basketball back. Martinez going to check into the game for Taft, and Sanchez comes out after that pass. Brown gets the basketball for Lane. He'll give it to Malloy. As Brown loses the basketball, that's taken by Taft. Adewale trying to go coast to coast. No good. And Lane fights for the rebound and gets it. Grunbaum in the corner to Kensick. Kensick driving. They give it to Brown. Now to Malloy for three. No good. He airballs it, and Rodriguez gets it back. Grunbaum almost forces a steal, but Locke will keep it. But this time it is stolen. Grunbaum gets it, and a jump ball will be called. Lane Sack basketball. Lane trails by 3, 5:28 to go in the game. Both of these teams coming off of wins. Taft beat Northside Saturday, 72-42, and Lane handled Schurz Saturday as well, 56-44. As Grunbaum pulls for three and gets it. Tie ball game. Timeout called by Lane Sack. Ethan Grunbaum with his second three of the night. He has 6 points, and Lane Sack ties it up at 48. Back and forth we go. 5:08 to go in the game, and Lane Tech holding in this one, as is Taft. An injury update looks like Parker Springer is still over near the trainer. Aaron Mcqueen on the bench, but two scary injuries for Lane Tech early on in the third quarter. As the whistle blows to end the timeout, your 5 on the court for Taft. Locke, Martinez, Ware, who's in the game, I think, just came in, as well as Alwali and Rodriguez. As for Lane, sir, Kensick, Grunbaum, Brown, and Malloy will be your 5, as Taft gets the basketball after the Grunbaum 3. Grunbaum picks up defense here. That's swatted by Kensick. Grunbaum gets it, now wide open. Kensick goes up for the layup, and he gets it right in there. 50-48, 4:50 to go in the game. Ware with it, loses the basketball, taken by Brown. Grunbaum with no one in front of him, gets the lay-in. 52-48, back-to-back layups from Lane, and they have a 4-point lead. Martinez with it. Adewale pulls for the long two, no good. Rebounded by Ware. Ware pulls for a three of his own, no good. And Rodriguez gets called for the foul. And Lane will get the basketball back. As a timeout, I believe a masked timeout. Lane Tech with the momentum. Still a very close game, 52-48. 4:17 to go, but Lane Tech with two wide open layups off of steals to jump out to the 4-point lead. 4:17 to go in the game. So this one coming down to the wire. This is the final non-conference game of the year for Lane Tech. They only had two scheduled. Played against Jones in their season opener. Got a 40-37 win. Now tonight against Taft. Taft, as we mentioned, a few more. But this will be their last of the season unless they get a March 20th game, which Coach Tucker tweeted about, saying he wanted one. That will have to be CPS, of course, but out of conference. As Lane Tech gets the basketball up by 4 out of this timeout. Malloy will be inbounding it for Lane, dressed in their home whites. Grunbaum over to Brown. Inside to Malloy. Out to Kensick. Kensick drives in. Out to Grunbaum. Now to Brown. Top the key. They give it to Malloy. Malloy's going to drive in, go for the long two, and miss it. Locke will get the rebound. Usually we'd have bleachers full of screaming fans for this rivalry game due to COVID-19. No spectators allowed. But thank you for joining us on our live stream. As Martinez pulls for three, no good. Rebounded by Adewale, who goes up for two of his own, no good. And that's rebounded by Brown. Brown's going to get fouled. So now 5 fouls on the half for Taft. These two teams originally were meant to face off at the Chicago League Classic at Wintrust Arena. That would have been a fun one. Hopefully next year we might get to see that matchup, but instead they play non-conference at Lane as Grunebaum can't get the layup to go. Adewale, long pass to Krulak. In the corner to Locke. Locke tries to go to the baseline. He can't. Gets it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up for two, and he gets it. Rodriguez now with 20 points on the night. And a 52-50 Lane Tech lead. Long pass to Malloy. Gets it to Stir. 4-3. You got it! 55-50, 2:30 to go in the game. Jack Sir with the three. As he forces the steal, now Grunebaum with it. Grunebaum taking it himself. Gives it to Brown. Brown in the corner, wide open. Pulls for three. No good. Malloy almost gets the tip in. And Taft gets the basketball back. A block by Grunebaum will get Taft the basketball under their scoring basket. As a timeout is called by Lane Tech. Both of the teams now with 2 timeouts left after this one. 2:11 to go. A 55-50 lead for Lane Tech. We'll keep it right here for the rest of the game because we have a fun one. Rivalry basketball. Always fun here on the north side as Lane and Taft really playing it out to the end. Taft is a pretty balanced team, so this will be a fun rivalry for a few years to come. 6 seniors, but they have 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and a freshman, so they'll have some varsity experience for the next couple of years. We'll be back broadcasting Friday as Lane Tech takes on Orr. That should be a fun one. Orr just 1-3 on the season. 1-3 in conference, 2-3 on the season. They also play Wednesday at Westinghouse. That's away, so we won't have the stream, but I believe they do an NF8S broadcast over there at Westinghouse. As Taft looks to inbound it, they get to Martinez. Martinez, 4-3, he airballs it, rebounded by Rodriguez, who goes up for 2 and gets it. Rodriguez, the same thing every time, 55-52. 3-point lead for Lane. Brown with the basketball. Gets it to Kensick. Kensick fakes a move, instead throws it away, and Taft will get the basketball back. In the corner to Martinez. Now Locke with it. Adewale for 3, no good. Rebounded by Martinez. That's tipped. And Rodriguez once again. He cannot miss. Apologies if our camera angle was off there. He's up to 24 points on the night. He has nearly half of Taft's points, and they've almost all been right in the paint with that same exact moves. 55-54, 1-point Lane Tech lead. As a foul is called on Martinez, his 4th foul of the night, so he might come out. I guess there's only 1 minute and 14 seconds left. The end creeping up on us here at Lane Gymnasium as a foul is called on Lane Tech. Excuse me, a timeout is called by Lane Tech. 55-54, a 1-point Lane Tech lead, and it's really hard to tell who's going to pull this one off. They've been trading shots, trading leads. Of course, Lane Tech had the lead most of the first half. Not all of the first half, but then third quarter, Taft comes back down 6 to take a couple of leads. Lane leads at the end of third, but it's a very close one right now, a 1-point lead, and credit to Joseph Rodriguez for that one. 24 points for the Eagles. 6'5" junior. He's just a junior. That's a scary thing. He still has another year to go. He was strong as a sophomore last year. Big scorer on the freshman team as a freshman, and just very good player in the paint. He's been going right up against Lane Tech all evening. Malloy has 15 points and Kensick with 11 for Lane. It will be Lane Tech basketball. Grunebaum inbounds it to Brown, and Brown will bring things up for Lane. Brown gives it to Sir. He holds it, gets kind of trapped, gets it back to Brown eventually. Now Brown goes in by himself, goes up for two, no good, gets his own rebound, and a jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow points towards Taft, and the Eagles will get it back. We have under a minute to go now, 55.9 seconds left. Suited up for a fun finish here at Lane Gymnasium. Krolik, the freshman. Lane Taft taking their sweet time. 45 seconds to go. They get to Adewale. He's going to hold things. Now 40 seconds. Now to Locke. It looks as if Taft's considering holding for a final shot. 30 seconds now to go, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Tucker for the Eagles. For a second there, it looked as if Taft is just going to hold on for a final shot. Now both teams down to one timeout left. A 1-point Lane Tech lead, 55-54, 31.2 seconds to go. Lane Tech's season high in points is 56, so a bucket from them and they break that. Taft has gone high on points a bunch of times. Their season high is 76 in their win over Ogden International High School. Of course, led by Jonathan Martinez, who we should mention has been pretty quiet tonight. In that game, he had 33 points, 18 against Vaughn, I believe, Von Steuben. And tonight, 5 points and 4 fouls. Kept Martinez quiet. That's helped Lane, but Rodriguez has been the breakout player with 24 points to keep the Eagles in this one. As the refs blow their whistle, or should I say electric whistle. I know some of the refs using electric whistles, if not all of them, due to COVID. Year 5 on the court for Lane. Malloy, Sir, Kensick, Grunebaum, and Brown. For Taft, Krolik, Martinez, Locke, Rodriguez, and Adewale. They get to inbound the Locke, now under 30 seconds. Krolik with the basketball for the Eagles. He's going to hold it. Give it to Locke. Locke at the free throw line. Tries to get in a little. Now 15 seconds. Locke goes up for two. No good. Rebound by Rodriguez. Rodriguez misses it. Gets the rebound, and he goes up for two and gets it. 10 seconds to go. And Rodriguez does what he's been doing all night. 26 points now. And he gives the Eagles their most important basket so far. 56-55. 9.5 seconds to go in the game. That was Lane Tech who called the timeout. So they are out of timeouts, and they're likely just going to hold on for their final shot. Lane's had a couple of scores today. They're probably going to go for a layup, I'd say, or at least go for a two, as those are easier and they only need two to win. Malloy, the leading scorer for Lane, I believe, with 15 points. Kensick has 12, but has 11, but he's been kind of a hit or miss from beyond the arc. So I would not be surprised to see the ball in Malloy's hand or Malloy in the paint here for Lane Tech. And Taft just going to be all hands on deck. We've seen some zone from them tonight, but I would guess that they're going with man-to-man. Lane Tech with the length of the court to go. Here we go, folks. 9.5 seconds to go. 56-55. Taft barely pressing. They'll have one guy pressing. as the refs telling the benches to sit down, or at least the Taft bench. No, both benches. As Kensick with the ball inbounds it to Brown. Now 8 seconds on the clock. Brown with the basketball. They give it to Malloy. Malloy, as we guessed, driving, goes up for two. And he doesn't get fouled, and that's the game, folks. Malloy looking for the foul. He can't get it, and Taft pulls off the thriller. 56 to 55, 26 points for Joseph Rodriguez. If you have an MVP this game, it's him. He scores 26 as the Eagles beat Lane Tech for the second straight game, for the second straight year, I should say. A heartbreaker for Lane as they drop to 3-2 on the year. And Taft goes to 6-2. That will wrap up our coverage. Lane Tech returns to action Wednesday against Westinghouse, and we will be on the call on Friday against Orr. Taft returns to play on Wednesday against Sen. That's a big game for them due to conference play, but that is going to wrap things up for us tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name has been Alex Burstein on the call for tonight's game. Your final score from Lane Gymnasium: Taft Eagles 56, Lane Tech 55. We'll see you Friday night.